Okay guys, next video. What I'm going to do right now, we're making the cauliflower, so I'm going to make a low-carb meatloaf to go with the cauliflower, so this is going to be the next video. And some of you guys may be looking at me and you're going like, low-carb diet, man, he's kind of chubby. To let you know, in the last 10 weeks I've lost 30 pounds, and the only thing that I have changed really is going on to this diet. Before I started, working in the low carb side of the diet, my blood pressure was high. My blood pressure was anywhere from like 170 to 175 over about 100, and I was 260 pounds. Since changing my diet, my blood pressure now is back down to about 115 over 74. And I am currently at 229 pounds, so actually 31 pounds lost. So here we go. This is the recipe for the meatloaf. You want to have 1.5 pounds of ground beef. I actually used 2 pounds because I like my meatloaf a little bigger, but I use 80-20 or 85-15, and there you have it. The next, you want to use pork rinds instead of, say, breadcrumbs or something like that. You want to crush them into a fine consistency like so. And I choose the spicy ones because it adds a little kick to the meatloaf. So I actually use 1 cup of pork rinds. Then you're going to have 1 whole egg. Then you will have I used 8 ounces of tomato sauce. My recipe, I actually used 2/3 of a cup, but I like everything saucy. Like even before when I ordered pizzas or whatever, I chose extra sauce. So I choose an entire 8-ounce can of just plain no salt added tomato sauce. Okay, next I have 1/2 of a teaspoon of salt, 1/2 a teaspoon of black pepper, 2 tablespoons of parsley, and 1/2 a teaspoon of garlic powder. Next, you're going to use a 1/2 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. And last but not least, with a pound and a half, 1/4 of a cup of chopped onion is fine. But with the 2 pound, I like a little more onion, so I use right at 1/2 cup, maybe a little less. Then you simply mix your ingredients. Now after you get everything mixed up and it's ready, you go into your cooking containers. What you want to do is you want to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Once you mix everything up, you're going to shape it into your loaf into. I'm going to try something a little different this time. What I'm going to do is make tiny little meatloaf cupcakes, we'll call them, little muffins. But I'm going to use that instead of regular loaf, so I can have just little tiny servings. The entire thing makes 6 servings and generally has around 11 or 12 carbs in it, which is pretty good for most stages of if you're following the Atkins diet. So once like I said, everything's mixed up, you put it in the pan. It's going to be pretty moist. I don't pour my grease off. I let the meatloaf sit in it. That kind of makes it juicier. So once you get it, like I said, 350 degrees, mixed up in your little pan. You're going to cover it with aluminum foil. You're going to cook it for probably, depending on the oven, around an hour. Mine generally is done 45 minutes to an hour. I have a gas oven and it cooks things really quick. So things are looking pretty good over here. It's beginning to be mixed up nicely. Alright, there's your meatloaf mixture. I'm going to put that in some pans and we're going to cook it. Okay guys, everything's mixed up. Oven is preheated. I have my tiny little meatloaf muffins. Now what you want to do is put that in your oven, and you want to cook it on, like I said, 350 degrees until it's done. You know, whatever the thermometer says, 165, 175, whatever the temperature you want. Then take your meatloaf, and if you like ketchup on yours, as I do, squirt your ketchup on it. Low carb ketchup you can buy, or as little as it's going to be. You can use regular ketchup and add a few carbs to it, but it's still lower carb than a lot of things. Put it back in, kind of, you know, make the ketchup where it's nice and hot, number one, and kind of glazed over, like on a grill on a steak or something. But there you go. Let it cook for about an hour. Check it. Should be done. Enjoy. Alright guys. 40 minutes exactly in the muffin pan. There you have it, 165 degrees deliciousness. And what I'm going to do is decorate it with ketchup, because that's how I roll. Sorry you have to wait around on me, but hey, I'm cooking. It's a hard job. Oh. Wow, kill me. Look at that mess. Gotta improvise sometime to make things fit. There we go, perfect. Now what I'm going to do is put this back in the oven for about 5 or 6 minutes, long enough to get that ketchup just right, and then we're going to enjoy it. Something smells delicious. And there you have it. Dinner is served. See you guys next time, and enjoy.